Hi, I'm Tracy Falbe, real estate agent with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Michigan Real Estate, and I'm based in Battle Creek. Today, we are going to look at acreage for sale in Delton, Michigan. It's located on Litz Road. It is vacant land. It is 2 adjoining parcels, one about 40 acres, one about 8 acres. So, first off, let's show off where Delton is. It is not too far from Battle Creek. It is a small town in lower Michigan, in the lower peninsula here. And there's a lot of little lakes out there too, but this is not land on a lake. But here is Delton, is in this area. It's in Berry County. And as you can see, it's close to all the major cities in lower Michigan. 20 miles from Kalamazoo is this acreage, 53 miles from Grand Rapids, 54 miles from Lansing, about 132 miles from the Detroit area, and it is 185 miles from the Chicago area. So it's a viable place to reach if you're looking for recreational land, but you live in a city. All right, let's look at a little video that I took out at the property for sale. I got this video a couple weeks ago when it was thawed out, so there wasn't much snow, and we actually had a nice sunny day when we were filming and getting shots for the listing. So let's find our browser. There we go. Turn on the video. This is the view from Litz Road. There are trees along most of the road frontage. Most of the bigger trees you're seeing there are oaks. And inside there's kind of 2 big fields separated by, a thin line of smaller trees. And then the woodland in the back does come over the property line a little bit. And then it gets a little wilder. There's kind of this hillier area. And that goes down into, there is a little place on the property that is crossed by Augusta Creek. We'll see a little bit better that when we look through some of the aerial photos that our photographer took. So I'll just let this video go on loop. This property is currently $360,000 for all 48 acres. This is farmland and hunting land. It would be good for recreational land. There's a little bit of wetland by the creek, but there is a lot of acreage. As you can see here, it's high and dry, so potential building site. A potential building site if you are looking to build your country estate. It could be a future hobby farm out here, a conservation project if someone just wants to, promote native habitats. This is a good place to do that. The people who have owned this for the past couple decades, they have farmed those fields, corn and soybeans, but they were not using your typical conventional pesticides. They were using organic rated products when necessary because, when you plant a big field of stuff, sometimes you have some bug problems and you got to take care of it. But they were using organic methods. So it's a pretty fresh, clean land out there. All right, let's take a break from the video loop and look at some photos. Okay, I'm going to bring up the listing photos for the 48 acres for sale in Delton. And as I said, it's on Litz Road. It's $360,000. And let's get some pictures going here. All right, that'll be a little better. So here's a great aerial shot that kind of see these 2 rectangles together that has this line of vegetation going through the middle of it. That's the bulk of the 40 acres. You can kind of see how the woodland comes over the property line a little. Now we'll get some closer looks, but up here in the center top, you can kind of see the little creek winding through. So there's the main 40 acres in the big rectangle, and then there's a little 8-acre strip that goes back along the creek and actually comes up and touches on Osborne Rd. All right, so that's a good aerial view of the property. There's a lot more snow out there right now. It's January 28th, and these pictures were taken on the 13th. So a lot more snow out there. Even though it's on paved roads, the county does take care of them. They were plowed yesterday, and so the county does get the roads plowed out there. People live out there. Here's a view from Litz Road. 'Cause there's trees along most of the road frontage, but there's a gap where you can kind of pull in, and that's you'll see my real estate sign out there now. So please make sure you are accompanied by a licensed real estate agent if you want to view the property. Don't just go out there and start wandering around. So you can call me 269-967-6589, or if you have a buyer's agent, talk to your buyer's agent. They'll make it happen. And here's just views of the fields, and because there's two very level fields, and then there's a little bit of a wild area where it's a little hillier, and there's patches of shrubs around. There's another aerial view. You can kind of see on the left of the picture how there's a bit of a hill before the next line of trees all the way to the left. We'll have some shots that show the property lines as well. And a beautiful shot here of the Augusta Creek. So there's a 8-acre strip along the right that does have the creek go through it. So there is a little bit of water access, and the creek creates what you call wildlife corridor. So this is good hunting habitat, particularly for deer. There's a lot of deer go through there. And Berry County, especially around Delton, it's very woodsy. There's farms and fields. There's lots of woods. There's lots of wetlands. There's lots of lakes. You can see a beautiful lake in the background there. And so it's good hunting out there. If you are looking for some hunting land or a place where you can hopefully build a nice country house and hunt at the same place, there's a closer shot of the Augusta Creek. Another aerial view, a little closer view of the creek. So it's not a huge river or anything. It's a little creek, and you can see it's kind of floody wetland around it. So just a small portion of the acreage is a wetland. Most of it's high and dry, but it does go down into this creek bottom. And we'll just keep flipping through these. Thought I had my pictures with the property lines on here. Oh, well, I will pause and go find those. Oh, here we go. They're right there. So that's the 40-acre parcel. So kind of a standard rectangle. Along the left there is Litz Road. Another view of it. So you can see it's mostly clear, but there is it's right next to a big woods, and some of the nice mature trees do come over the property line. And most of the property lines have lines of good trees. On the road, on Litz Road on the left there's quite a few oak trees. And let's see. This is a screenshot from the GIS that's showing the 8-acre adjoining parcel. So in the bottom of it, beneath the red line, is the 40 acres. And then this is the 8 acres that touches it to make a total of about 48 acres. And you can see how that has the creek crossing it. Let's see, anything else in these pictures? And that's just another GIS image of the 40-acre parcel. So you can see. All right. Well, if you would be interested in buying 48 acres of farmland, hunting land, recreational land in southern Michigan near Delton, which is nestled inside the state, but it's close to major cities in the area, please reach out. I'm Tracy Falbe. I'm the listing agent for this property. MLS number is 26003-110. My phone number is 269-967-6589. I'm with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Michigan Real Estate. I'm in the Battle Creek office. We'll put in the description all the details about the property and a link to the listing at my website. So that was a look at the property in Delton. Yeah, it's not the greatest time of year to be photographing the land. Berry County is a lovely county, especially in the summer and fall, because there's a lot of mature hardwood forest. The land gently rolls, and there's lots of little lakes and rivers everywhere. So leave a comment, and thank you for watching.